Guys, I am at the laundromat and I have a new video for you, but I fucked up. That's right, I fucked up. This video cost me $500 to make, and in the end of it, I ended up fucking up. So check this out. We have these big, beautiful 65-pound Electrolux washing machines. They're big, they're beautiful. Behind that, we got the 45-pound big, beautiful washing machines. And look, there's some hoses sitting on top. Check this out. I was on the forums, right? And there was a guy on there talking about how he wanted to replace his hoses. See, I got hoses right there. And people were telling him that the hoses that he was asking about were not the right size hoses. They were essentially what I have here. These are 3/8 size hoses. This one is steel braided. The one next to it over there, that's a 3/8, but that's a rubber hose, right? So the people on the forums were like, hey, that's the wrong fucking hose. That's for residential size washing machines. Don't get that, that's garbage, blah, 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 blah. You want the big boys. You want the 3/4 size hoses. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Dude, an animal, right? The 3/4, that's a freaking animal compared to the 3/8. Well, the laundry dog went out and he bought brand new hoses. And he bought 25. And about 25 hoses cost me roughly about $500. So you may be asking, well, what's the problem? They look beautiful. They're a lot bigger. Bigger hole, more water through the hole, right? Well, no, not right. Well, yes, actually right in theory, but not right in laundromat theory. Because it made no difference. The wash time didn't go down, so the machine isn't getting any faster because there's more water. When I went to look at the tray, there was no more water in the tray than before. The speed at which the water came out, there was no more speed. There was nothing. There was no difference at all. Zero difference. The only difference between the 3/8 hoses and the 3/4 hoses was back when I had the 3/8 hoses, I had $500 more in my pocket. Now I have $500 less in my pocket. It's frustrating because I thought in my mind that made sense. It made sense. A bigger hose, more water, more output, faster run times, blah, 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 blah. So I'm here to tell you, if you have a 3/8 size hose, you don't need a 3/4 size hose, at least not with the Compass Pro. What you should do is make sure you have a steel braided hose instead of a rubber hose. Because a steel braided hose, it's designed to take a pounding, right? Like when that water hammer, when the pressure hits inside the hoses, the steel braid will hold tight. The rubber will eventually start to do this right here, right? Boom, 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 blah. That's what the rubber does because of pressure from your line. Every time it sends water into your washing machine, it gets hammered. The steel braid, because steel is a little harder than rubber, it can take that pound and boom, 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 boom for many more years until eventually it goes boom, 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 blah. That's the video. These are my new hoses. You cannot return them. They are unreturnable. A giant waste of money. They look super nice though. But I would much rather have my $500 back. Unfortunately, no refunds. That was the name of the game. No refunds. So if you're a laundromat scientist out there, perhaps you are, right? Perhaps you're like, well, Claudio, actually, according to my calculations, those 3/4 hoses are actually much better because blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. Drop it in the comment. I'll read it. I promise you I'll read it. And maybe I'll make myself feel better because I can't return these hoses. I'm out $500. $500! All right, that's it. See you on the next one.